I'm gonna start by saying that this video might be for atypical people. People who feel the need to start the conversation without saying hello and introducing themselves. Welcome to my multidimensional living room. I'm gonna be painting energies, and if something finds you in the right place at the right time and helps you connect the dots, then that's great, and if it doesn't, then it might be for or from somebody else. If you can't handle being here at all, then please feel free to leave and feel free to come back at another point. Please use your intuition and use your discernment at any given moment. There were quite a few energies that already came to my awareness while I was preparing myself for it, so I'm gonna name them shortly. There was the energy of they all want to come all at once. There was, first and foremost, there was the energy of not feeling inspired and not feeling motivated, but then finding inspirations as you show up. And as you show up, you might find inspiration, but in some wider frame. It's like you need more space. It's like the space where you used to be inspired or where you used to inspire you doesn't work for you anymore. It's like showing up in the same studio over and over and over again, and then, you come from the standpoint of, I'm happy that I have a studio, I'm happy that I can create, I'm happy about all of these things, and then 7 years later you keep going and you show up, but it just doesn't do it for you. And what you actually need is a bigger studio, a different studio. You need more space. Or perhaps a different practice, like more space inside of your identity or inside of your mind in terms of like how do you express yourself. Perhaps like doing something that isn't in your curriculum. So that was one of the energies that showed up. Another one was overthinking and planning ahead and trying to get like 10 steps ahead. That was a little bit charged by fear of what if. And then showing up and then seeing that actually, like what actually wants to come through is completely something else. And that there already is a plan of how things unfold and develop that are not your responsibility. It's like you're trying to not just think 10 steps ahead, but you're trying to think 10 people that are not you. It's like you're thinking for 10 people and your job is to think only for yourself. Another energy that showed up was that there is something that didn't work out and there was a need to fix it and to replicate it and to make it better. But as you were preparing yourself to try to fix it and figure it out, how could it work out if it didn't already, there was a complete shift into a complete different configuration. It's like energy shifted into completely something else. And this completely something else is not trying to fix, not trying to prove, not trying to better anything, but just simply finding something. It could be an object, a piece of clothes, or a song, a line of some sort, like a quote, philosophy, a move, an activity, something, like a little something that reminds you of who you are. And this is going to be very specific, but there was this energy of a casting and somebody asking you to showcase yourself. Who are you? Like, bring your personality out. Like, we want to see who you are. Like, we want to see, like, what makes you you. And then you're asking questions of, oh, you want me to do this, or you want me to do that, or should I this, or should I that? And they're like, no, the stage is yours. You do you. And then there was this initial, okay, okay. There was no like, I don't see like conscious questioning of, but who am I? What makes me me? Like none of that was happening, but there was like initial tilt of like, not sure in which direction should I move myself. And then you find that something that reminds you of who you are, not in terms of like an affirmation that is standing in your head, but rather just like it energetically moves you into the frame of that comfortable confidence that doesn't even, it's so you, it's so normalized to you, to the concept of who you are, that you don't even recognize it as comfort or confidence or anything in between, because it's just so you, it's so normal, it's so natural to you. And then from that space, the energy completely changes, or changed. And then there was no need to fix anything anymore, because you don't operate from the standpoint that something is wrong or needs to be upgraded. The shadow side of that energy was that there was a comparison of realizing the frame of who you are and where you are and feeling really comfortable in it, like very normalized in it, and then noticing that there are so many other people who are not in that frame because they are in their own frame. And of course comparison of, should you be in other people's frames? Or should other people be more like you, or should you, you know, like, no, that doesn't feel right. It's more like, should you be more like other people? And you know the answer to that question. And there was also the energy of pain, which is interesting because like once I identified it was gone, I was having pain in this finger, which I identify as a finger of emotionality, like emotional well-being, emotions. And then when I was wondering like, what is this pain about? There was a moth that was flying here. And I watched it, I observed it, how it went directly into the flame and it killed itself. And I mean, it's the death of an animal, and it did it to itself. So I was kind of processing it for a second, and then it came to me like a moth to a flame, quite literally. So there might be some emotional dis-ease because you feel attracted to things that are killing you. In other words, attracted to things that are trying to convince yourself or like make you operate from the standpoint that you need to fix yourself or fix something or improve something or better yourself at something, instead of reminding you who you are. Usually don't like to go in those energies, but here we are. And then I was seeing a spine here in the middle of the painting. Try not to paint my dress. But yeah, a spine. And then I was also seeing the ribs. By the way, if I haven't said that already, if I haven't said that already, I intend this painting to be abstract in the energy reading. So there might be things and clues from all over the place. I do not intend to enter an energy and then have a consecutive meaning from the beginning till the end so that the algorithm could understand easily what is this about. So I'm speaking to the algorithm right now as much as I'm speaking to you. It's going to be abstract, it's going to be all over the place. It's for those of us who like to keep things interesting. By not needing it to be a certain way from the beginning till the end. And I'm trying to protect. So there are 6 pieces with wings, and one that is kind of like a baseline, and it goes dominantly in one direction and then less dominantly in another direction, and then from the head it goes in another direction, which makes that this direction has 2 pairs, 2 hands, let's put it that way, or 2 directions, and it kind of makes a balance with this one. So there's 1 here and 2 over there, and then on top of that there is 1 that goes in a less dominant way over there. I read that as some sort of a power struggle and finding compatibility. Yeah, it's like 2 worlds trying to balance themselves, but they have completely different languages. Like this one is more emotional and on the surface, and the other one is more structural from the background. It's like you see it, it's no. It's something that it shows through. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, some people love by saying I love you, and then some people love by showing I love you. So this is the side of showing I love you, this is the side of saying I love you. Interesting. Okay. I feel kept in place, like kept in that space of I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. Did you say that? Yeah. And kind of like boredom. Kind of like boredom. Which reminds me and leads me back to this first energy that I noticed. That where you need to expand the frame. And I have my own personal opinion about boredom, which is kind of being challenged right now. I don't know if I ever spoke about it here on the channel, but if you know me, you probably heard me saying it. And that is that boredom doesn't exist. In my world, it doesn't. I'm never, ever, ever bored. And if I am, I'm grateful for it because it's a space to rest. And I've always thought that people who are bored are just very unskilled with how to use their mind, because there is so much of everything all the time around you. Even if you're alone in a room and nothing changes for hours, there's still so much information points from all over dimensions, from all the channels that you exist on, in your body, in your emotions, in your mind, in what you see with your eyes, in what you hear, in what you taste, in what you feel with your skin, in what you can sense extrasensory, in the dreamland, and everything that you can possibly connect with that is immediately available and all over the time. So I couldn't really understand how would people get bored, because I'm never bored. And I also thought that boredom is something that it kind of shows that you don't appreciate life and you're not fully present. And that when you're bored, you're just kind of like projecting the mind's separation onto the reality around you. That you just kind of don't belong into the space-time where you are, or that the space-time isn't good enough for you because it should appeal more to your infantile needs or something. That was my opinion on boredom, but it is being challenged here because I see here boredom as something that isn't an indication that you are one-dimensional being. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be... I have nothing to apologize, actually. I wanted to say I didn't want to be offensive, but it's not offensive, I think. Let me know if it is. It's not that, but it's that boredom is a sign that you grew out of the current container. You've outgrown it. Like your nervous system normalized whatever it is that you are encountering. Whatever it is. I'm hearing even if it's painful. Yeah, even if it's painful, sometimes it can become boring. Now it makes sense, the moth to the flame. Because at some point you can definitely outgrow that too, and it stops being interesting. And then you just realize, like, okay, I've been operating like this my whole life. My whole life I was a moth that went into the flame, and I thought that that's what life is, and that's what's interesting, and that's what's exciting. But then you see, like, no, actually it's not anymore. And then you start opening yourself up to bigger containers where you have a little bit more space to exist and to be you. But it's not just that. It's also that, like, if in the current situation where you feel bored, your life energy isn't fully flowing through you, then it's a sign that there are other spaces and times where it does. In other words, if you currently feel bored in your current situation, that's a place to be excited, because it means that you should be somewhere else. Like, if it doesn't push your buttons in a way that excites you or entertains you or inspires you, then that's a sign that there's always going to be somewhere else or something else or sometime else that is going to do that for you. And in that way, boredom is something that you can get excited about, because it points you to some other space-time reality or another room of existence or another life chapter that can be created and experienced and entered. There is this white that comes from the table and goes through the paper that is transparent. I kind of want to... Okay. I'm gonna add this red from here onto the black, onto the white. Okay, I'm hearing the song No More I Love You. Who's singing that? No More I Love You. And yeah, one of the songs that was playing in my head before I got into this painting was Endless Dark from him. No particular lyrics are standing out, it's just the song. If you know, you know. And there is again something with this energy of something is just not working out properly and there is the need to fix it. As I'm touching this paint, and this paint, like, it has this, you know, this thing. And it would look and work so much more, it would be so much more enjoyable if only this paint would have that texture and that consistency of flowing through this little thing, and it doesn't. So I kind of have to touch it like this, which makes it very clunky and chunky and unsophisticated and unsatisfying. Yeah. No more I love you and no more fixing. Hope I'm not gonna destroy my dress. And you're asking, why am I dressing myself in something that I can't make dirty then? Because I'm tired of dressing up into things that I can make dirty. Hope that makes sense. In all honesty, I would be the happiest if I could just wear something glorious all the time and really make a show of wearing this like huge dresses and all kind of headpieces and all kind of fashion designs. Like I would do that so gerne. But there is no but. I would love to wear fashion pieces and I would love to destroy them with paint, because I wouldn't even see that as an act of destruction, you see. That would be so beautiful. There is a spark of light here. Feels amazing. And my legs were asleep as I was doing this, and as I'm like tapping into this spark of light, it completely takes the attention away from the uncomfortableness that I had in my legs. And again, it brings me back to this energy of something was there to be fixed, and now it isn't anymore. Interesting. And now as you, wow, as you embrace this new frame, which isn't even new, it's yours, there are rays of light you can come into contact with all over the frame, and each of them becomes a portal in their own right, in their own way, in their own fashion. Right? And they're all tied to your spine. And there are gaps in spine, which I feel like are related to those moments when you don't really know who you are. And it's not in this like, oh, I'm lost, I don't know who I am. It's just like life is such. Sometimes you just, somebody stops you on the street and puts a microphone into your face and asks you for an opinion, and you don't even know what day is it and what's your name, It's like one of those moments when sometimes you dissolve into the present moment, into the circumstance, into like whatever is going on around you, and you're not constantly thinking about yourself. And it's fine. Like, I don't see these gaps in between as something. No, it's fine. I'm more intrigued by all these portals that are opening. One after another, after another, after another. It's like mini worlds of their own. And I feel the need visually to like make another portal here, but for some reason I can't. I can't touch that area, it's horrible. It's not horrible, it tells me that there is some energy here that is kind of meant to be empty or unresolved or slightly unforgiven. Yeah. Static. I'm looking at something that is so common, that is so prevalent, that is so, like, we all know this energy. We've all been there, done that somehow. Not all of the humanity, but most of the people can relate to this energy that I'm seeing over here. But somehow I find it hard to put words on it because it's unnecessary. Because there are these portals and rays of light that are kind of like shining through the clouds. The way I'm seeing them is like when you have a nice sunset and then the sun is kind of illuminating all kind of colors in the sky, and then you have this like gradation, if is that a word? Like there is a space where the colors are like super intense, like orange and pink and yellow and blue, and then there is a little bit like less and less and less and less, and then this effect of shining through is showing up here. So it's kind of like if you tune into this energy of entering those portals, those rays of light, then those rays of light are then shining through you and through everything you are doing. Exactly. And it kind of, it leaves an imprint. It shines through everything you're doing. It's really cool. So you don't need to focus on this energy anymore. Or if you do, it's only so that this energy in its kind of negative polarity can positively influence and fuel the rest of the energies. I hope that makes sense. I have just remembered that I forgot something, and that is I have opened a classroom called Multidimensional Intuitive Painting, which is for you if you would like to learn how to multidimensionally intuitively paint. It's not yet another intuitive painting course because it's multidimensional, And I am, well, I'm not going to talk right now about what I'm talking about over there. The link is in the description. If you would like to learn multidimensional intuitive painting, please check it out over there. I've also opened up micro readings and micro paintings as well, so if that interests you, the link is down in the description. I kind of explained everything over there. And I'm saying this right now because I wanted to say that at the beginning of the video, but I forgot. So I'm saying it now, and now I'm back into the painting. I could have ended it here, and I would, in order to keep the compactness of this video and to keep it short and sweet. But I want to say that this painting is very lush to me. It's very enriching. So the energy that I'm seeing as the whole right now is, it's like having a huge dress that has a lot of layers and a lot of like textile that is very pleasing to touch. It's very lush. It's very self-sufficient. It's very self-recognized. It's very self-fueled. It's very self-driven. It's very comfortable and confident, but it's kind of like not really packed that way. It's just normalized to whoever that is. It's very loving, despite the fact that I'm hearing the words, "No more, I love you." Yeah. And I feel the need to just do a little bit of a touching point, like a last touch. And that would be to add the crown. Yeah, now it looks like a whole lot of ink. Kind of even don't want to touch the crown. But let me do that. Oh, there is more to a crown. It's not just a normal crown. Yeah, it's not a normal crown. It's a crown of, it's like when you recognize your own when, it comes from you. It's not somebody giving you the crown. It's like you crowning yourself through your own recognition. Maybe I'm crowning you here right now, but it's like you know it. It's like perhaps you even felt it before you started watching this video. Interesting. Yep. It's one of those paintings you can look at for quite some time. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. It was a pleasure. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for supporting my work. As I said, you can check the links down below if you want to join my classroom. And thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I love reading your comments. I'll see you in the next painting.